This is Lauren reporting Drive, back with part 8 of my series, How to Get Your California Driver's License. I was all set to hit the road, but as you can see, we're having a little bit of caddy trouble. But that's okay. We'll move on to step 5, which is preparing for and passing your behind-the-wheel test. You should still be practicing your 50 hours with a licensed adult. And make sure in your practice you include parking, going the correct speed limit in business and residential areas, making complete stops and looking both ways in intersections, backing up, and driving in inclement weather. And even though it won't be on the test, make sure to practice getting on and off the freeway. So, since we can't hit the road, let's go to the office. Welcome back to the office. You are so close to getting your license, so let's go over the last few steps that you need to complete in order to get your California driver's license. When you turn 15 3/4, it is time for you to schedule your behind-the-wheel test. There are 3 things that you need to know when making this appointment. The first is that you must make this appointment when you turn 15 3/4. You can't do it before. The second is that in my experience, you have to make this appointment via the phone. You can't do it online. And the third is that you have to make this appointment for 6 months and 1 day after you take your permit test. So that means that once you turn 16, you have to wait 1 day in order to take your behind-the-wheel test. A couple other things to keep in mind when you turn 15 3/4 is that you should have taken your second driving lesson and you should have your third one scheduled. You should also print out a checklist of what they're going to be looking for at the DMV behind the wheel test so that your parents can take you on practice tests. I've included the link to a checklist down below. Now, let's fast forward a little bit. It's the big day. Time for your behind-the-wheel test, and you are so ready for this. So, let's go over how this is going to go down. You and your parents are going to arrive at the DMV, park, go in the building, and sign in. You're going to need to provide a few forms. You're going to need your permit, the form signed by your driving instructor that proves that you did the 6 hours of driving, proof of insurance on the vehicle that you are testing in, 2 forms of residency in one of these forms, your birth certificate, and if you want to get your real ID, then you're going to have to bring your social security card. Not a copy, the physical card. And I would also highly recommend bringing your passport just in case. After that, they'll instruct you where to bring your car and wait for the tester. Your parents will not be in the car with you while you take your test. The examiner will come outside and ask you to demonstrate use of your headlights, your brake lights, your blinkers, your hazard lights, and your windshield wipers. This is just to make sure that they are all working and that you know where the buttons are. I mean, if you don't know where those are, should you really be taking the test? After that, they'll get in the car and instruct you where to drive. Don't be nervous. You have practiced 56 hours for this. And I don't know about you, but I have never studied that much for a test before. Just follow the laws, listen to your examiner, and drive calmly and confidently. When you get back to the DMV after acing your test, they'll snap the picture for your driver's license and give you a temporary license until your real card comes in the mail. And that's it. You did it. You're now a licensed driver. Remember that for the first year, you can't drive anyone under 20 unless there is a licensed adult over 25 in the vehicle, and you also cannot drive between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m. But those restrictions aside, you can now drive all by yourself. Congratulations! And if my series helped you in any way, I would love to see your pictures, so please share them with the hashtag #LaurenReportingDrive. I'd love to see you with your permit or your driver's license, because driving is so much fun. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content. And this is Lauren reporting Drive with all of you who have your license driving off. Bye!